In the today's session, we will discuss about AMI. Okay, so what is the meaning of AMI? What is the meaning of AMI? Amazon
Machine Image.
Mission Images. Okay, so in the virtualization, the AMI similar kind of word is called as template. What is the advantage of template is it's a pre-configured kind of OS image. Pre-configured OS image or template. We no need to install the OS. Okay, sometimes maybe applications also, sometimes maybe databases also. Okay, so we have taken EC2 like EC2 like which OS we have taken? Ubuntu or Red Hat, Amazon Linux, Windows. In that only OS we have, but maybe with Ubuntu plus Oracle it's maybe already available, or with SUSE Linux. Okay, so SAP is already maybe available. Okay, otherwise we may have Windows Server plus SQL Server is already installed. Okay, but why we are not taking those AMIs is those are not available at free of cost. Okay, in the free tier, only some instance types are eligible or some AMIs are eligible. Say in our use case, we use the AMIs and most of those AMIs have been provided by AWS itself. If we don't use the AMI, what is the problem we are going to get? What is the challenge or what is the problem if you don't use AMI? What is the challenge? If you don't use AMI, what is the challenge is we need to install the operating system from scratch. So maybe in your laptop or in your VM, what we used to do is we need to install the OS from the scratch by keeping USB drive or CD, DVD. Okay, say previously we used to install like that itself. But with the AMI, what's happening? So with the AMI, what is the advantage? We no need to install from scratch. We don't need to install from scratch. Just we need to use those AMIs. And what are the AMIs we are using is AMIs are available from the marketplace. Okay, otherwise community wise. So all these days, which one we have used? Which one we have used? Marketplace or community base?
Marketplace.
No, not from marketplace because marketplace AMIs are a commercial kind of thing. Okay, that means those AMIs also they may be charged. Community is we can have AWS is our community. Okay, so those they have given some quick AMIs. What is the meaning of quick AMIs is most used AMIs they given as maybe a shortcut or favorites kind of thing. Okay, from that we have taken, but those all are community related. So those all related to community. What is the meaning of marketplace? What is the meaning of marketplace? Marketplace AMIs are commercial kind of things. Okay, say even in EC2 also we are paying the money for instance we are paying, but if we go for the marketplace, for AMI also we need to pay the money. Okay, for that AMI also we may need to pay the money. Okay, but if I go for community, only for the instance size we need to pay the money. Okay, so for the community AMIs we no need to pay the money, but marketplace AMIs are commercial kind of things. Even for those also we need to pay the money. Okay, but AWS only not develop those. There are some thousands of companies also develop those products. Okay, so thousands of companies also are thousands of people also going to develop those AMIs. Okay, if you want to develop from scratch also, we can also develop our AMIs. Then Today, what we will do is, we will take one default AMI, it may be Ubuntu. In this, we will deploy our application, and with this application, we are going to convert into our own AMI. The third type of AMIs is, with your own settings, we can create our own AMIs. What is the advantage with this? What is the advantage of having our own AMIs?
Auto scaling whenever we want, we
Yeah,
can.
with the application, we have that AMI. In another region, if you want a similar kind of image, or in another like a VPC or another account, this AMI we can copy. Or even for auto scaling also, we are going to use the same AMI. Okay, so we have a lot of advantages. Okay, so we have a lot of use cases also. Why we will create our own AMIs also. Our own AMIs also, why we will create happens. Okay, so can you tell me what are the types of different types of AMIs we have? So one is community kind of thing. Mostly community AMIs are free of cost. Okay, second one is marketplace. Those all the commercial AMIs. Even for the AMI also we need to pay the money. Third one is our own AMIs, or we can call that as my AMIs. Okay, with your application, if you create our own AMI, we can use for a lot of purpose. What are those use cases also we'll discuss. Okay, so why we need to use our own AMIs also, we will discuss. Okay, any doubts till now? Okay, so then here we'll go for EC2. Here we have the EC2 instances. As of now, I terminated. Now I'm going to launch an instance. So these all the steps we have, right? While creating the instance, all these steps guy try to go through. Here we have the AMIs. Say here this quick start is just these all the shortcut kind of things. But most of these Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu. Okay, if you go for this AMI also, okay, so here for every AMI, okay, so for every AMI, there would be one AMI ID, a unique AMI ID would be there. Say AMI-089 FD1, okay, if you go for Amazon Linux, that AMI would be different ID. Okay, and one more very important point is, what is the AMI here we have used? Amazon Linux 2023, right? What is the AMI ID we have here? We'll see. But if you go to other region, even if you take Amazon Linux, okay, that AMI ID is different. That means all the EBS volumes, snapshots, AMIs, the scope is region or multi-region? The scope is only within the region itself. That means the same AMI ID, we don't get it. If I go to same AMI ID, we don't get. If I go to
Another
another
region.
region, that is the reason AWS in every region, they created different AMIs. That is the purpose that AMI ID would be changes. That AMI would be, it's keep on changing. Okay, so then once we create the AMI ID, so now here try to understand one more very important one. Say here we are using x86 means Intel based hardware. If you use ARM, it's AMD based hardware. But that AMI IDs are different for Intel hardware. AMI is different and ARM based, okay, AMI ID is different. So this AMI ID we have chosen ARM, right? But if you go for x86 means it's Intel based hardware. Okay, both are supported mostly in the AWS. Okay, but those AMI IDs are keep on changing. If I change the region also for the same Ubuntu, we don't get the same AMI ID. But AWS, what they done is important AMIs, they have replicated to all the regions. To all the regions, they have replicated. So now, if I go to here, browse more AMIs, we have this option, right? If I go to browse more AMIs, we can have the quick start AMIs, mostly they kept to 45. And my AMIs, these are our own created AMIs. And the marketplace, how many AMIs we have? 10,679, more than 10,000 plus AMIs we have. Okay, then if I go for that AMI, say assume I want SAP server, then automatically ready-made SAP server may be available. In the marketplace, we have more than 100 plus. Then if I go for this AMI, definitely they are charging the money also. Okay, the SUSE Linux is charging the money also. That means for that AMI also we need to pay the money, not only to EC2 instance also. For the EC2 instance, we need to pay the money, and additionally, for that AMI also we need to pay the money. For the AMI also we need to pay the money. Okay, so then community AMI is mostly available at free of cost. In community also, not only AWS will provide, even there may be some of the companies may give free of cost also the community images. Maybe they also want to share at free of cost also community AMIs may be available. Then today I'll take first my own like already predefined community AMI I'll take. Okay, so then I'm going to use, what is this meaning of Ubuntu verified provider is? Mostly like that provider is a trusted source or verified provider from, sometimes it's risky to use if the provider is not verified. Okay, so that's the reason we shouldn't use like a if the AMI is untrusted, that's we shouldn't use. Then I'll deploy one application here. So I can take Ubuntu also. Yeah, Ubuntu, and mostly we are making sure it should be free tier eligible, and the verified provider is always trusted. Then select that. Then I'm going to confirm with that. Instance type T2.micro. I'll explain what are these types of instance types also. Then key pair. I give an AMI key pair. Then RSA, either PEM or PPK, anything is fine. I took PPK in this use case. Create a key pair. Then allow SH traffic. And here I given one assignment to increase the size of the root volume and additional volume, that also finish. Okay, I'm going to launch the instance. And user data, edit that user data also, try to finish. Then EC2 instance has been launched, but instead of taking default AMI, I'm going to install some softwares, packages, all these I want to perform in this. I'm going to install those packages. I'll deploy a website and all this in this. Then we'll convert this into AMI. Accept this. I think this is Ubuntu. Then I'm going to install one web server and one website I'll deploy. With this, I'll convert this into AMI. Sudo apt install, sorry. First I'll apt update. After apt update, I need to install Nginx. It's taking more time. Let it finish. It is downloading all the packages. Then I will install Nginx or Apache. I'm going to install. Yep. So then service I'll check. But in this scenario, when we are converting into AMI, even it goes to maybe subsequent logins or restarts, it may go. That is, then definitely we need to enable systemctl also. If I don't enable systemctl, what is going to happen? In the subsequent login, that service may not start. Okay, I have enabled Nginx. I hope you understand, right? Why we need to do systemctl. In the subsequent login, definitely that service need to, in the subsequent login, that service need to start for us. Okay, so that is the purpose. Definitely we need to enable systemctl also. Then I'm going to deploy one static website in this. I'll go to static website downloads. One website also I'm going to deploy. Once I convert this into AMI, and from this AMI, if I create an instance, what is my expectation is, again in the hundreds of missions, I no need to do these steps again. I no need to do these steps again. Then I'll go to any of the website. The wget is the command. I'm downloading that. Then I want to unzip that, but unzip I don't have as of now. Okay, then sudo apt install unzip. Then I'm extracting. Then I got the folder enhance-html, but I want to move this into enhance itself, and I want to copy this into, or move also is fine, to var www html. So now what is that? What is the this meaning is our website have been working fine. I'm going to check that website have been working fine or not. Okay, so then here I'll go to say here security group. I'm modifying to 80, but when I create that AMI, whether we'll get these details or not, you need to confirm me. Then I'm going to save those changes. Then that website. Yeah. So here this website is opening for us. In this, we got that website also. Now what I'll do is, so that shutting down instance forget, this is our instance. So this instance, what I want to do it is, I want to convert this into AMI, and that AMI is called as our own AMI. Okay, instance actions, image and templates, create image. Now that instance is becoming,
AMI.
an image. Okay, so all these days we took the already the community AMIs we have. From that we have created instances. But now what we are doing?
We
Now
are
what we are
creating our
doing?
own image.
Yeah, so our own image we are creating. In this, as we have our own application, say here Ubuntu with Nginx. I've given some description also what I have done and which date, all those also. And here root volume is 80. Are we getting here security groups of that? No. From this AMI, when we are creating a new instance, to that instance, which security group you want, you can attach. But here security group is not binding, but that volume is binding. That volume is getting binded here. Okay, so then you go and see in your my AMIs. Go and see in your AMIs. Okay, so this AMI is getting created, but still we need to wait for another 2 to 3 minutes because it should be in the like available state. It need to come, but as of now, it is in the pending state. It is in the pending state, but it should come to available
Sir,
kind of state. Yeah.
sir, we can use WinSCP also, right? To
Yeah, to copy the files,
downloading
we can use anything we can use.
downloading the static file
Yes,
and
yes,
keeping it
that's,
in our
yeah. Instead of again copying to Windows and copying from there, I directly downloaded from
website.
Linux server itself.
Sir, which command you use it, sir? To copy the
WGet,
URL and
WGet.
yeah, duplicate uses, right?
Yes, yes.
To copy in the
Copy you can
URL
use either CP or MV.
MV.
MV is
In
cut
the
and paste kind of thing. CP is copy paste.
yes, not that one, sir. You copied that URL, right? How you pasted in the Linux? Any command
No, no, just
keyboard?
right click. That's it.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that right click. So whatever the copy command I have, that's just we need to click on right click on that.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So then it should comes as into available state, or yes, still as of now it's in the pending state. So now that instance goes to a shutdown also. While creating into AMI, what happened is why we lost this connection is that instance went to a small restart kind of thing also before converting into AMI. Then what we will do is, if you want the similar kind of application, then I will create my own instance from that AMI itself. Okay, that means I don't use Ubuntu one. What is the difference between by default AWS is providing Ubuntu and we have our own AMI, right? What is the difference between those two? What is the difference between both of them? Okay, that Ubuntu doesn't have our application, but our AMI having our own servers, our own configurations, our own settings, and our own application also, it has been deployed. That is the reason whenever we want similar kind of missions, if I take the Ubuntu in 100 missions also, I need to create 100 times. But yesterday we did one use case. Okay, so that scenario also can be used. Okay, if you want 100 missions with pre-configured applications, can you tell me other than this AMI, what is other solution we can use? Yesterday we done that scenario.
User data.
Yeah, so user data also is one technique. That means in all the 100 missions at the time of launch, that user data will execute. You got the point, right? Okay, either we can use the user data on the 100 missions to run the scripts, or one time you can convert into AMI. In that you keep all your settings, then you no need to run the user data 100 times. That already AMI have all those details. But both are two different solutions we can suggest to the client. Okay, so then I don't want this mission once my AMI have been converted. It came to available state, right? Now I'll go to EC2. This instance, if you don't want, you can terminate it also once it has been converted into AMI. Then I'm going to launch the instance. Then here I shouldn't use any of this. I'll go to this option, my AMI. Say in that my AMI, we will get what are the AMIs we have customized and we have created. Okay, I've used this AMI. Okay, then this AMI I'm going to use and I'll create a new key pair also. The same key pair also we can use a new key pair also. And here I am opening 80 also because already Nginx is there in that, right? That is my expectation. In that AMI, before converting that AMI, if I don't install systemctl, what is going to happen? If I don't enable Nginx with systemctl, what is going to happen?
Nginx server may stop.
Nginx server again, if you have 100 missions also, in all the 100 missions, we need to connect and need to restart the service. That is the reason before converting into AMI itself, better to enable systemctl. Then why we got here 10 GB automatically?
For our
Yeah, that AMI is already having 10 GB volume itself. You got it right? When I converted that AMI, that's already having 10 GB. Okay. Then with the remaining all the default options, I'm going to launch the instance. So with the default options, I'm going to launch the instance here. So once this instance have been launched, we have already opened the security group 80. What is my expectation is that application should come by default. So we'll wait for some time because that instance need to start, Nginx need to start, that application also. These all normally we need to give a warm-up time of minimum 3 to 5 minutes. That's we in the new mission we didn't do anything, right? In the new server we didn't do anything, but how we got this application is that AMI having already this application. Even if you want 100 missions also with this application, from that AMI we can create. From that AMI we can create. Any doubts on this? Any doubts on this? Any doubts for this? Okay. So then we have lot of use cases on this AMI also. But first to create the AMIs, we have lot of use cases. I'll tell some use cases. You want to change the instance from one region to another region, one account to another account, one VPC to another VPC, one subnet to another subnet, or we lost the key pair of the existing instance, we lost the key pair, then how to reset that key pair is not possible. Okay, what we need to do, can you tell me that I have given the hint? We have an existing instance, running instance. We lost the key. It's not possible to regenerate the key. Then can you tell me what is the solution we have? What is the solution we have? Try to come with the solution. Okay, so what we need to do is first that running instance we can't connect without having the key pair. But what we can do is we can create into AMI, and that AMI will create into new instance. Okay, while creating new instance, what we need to do is we need to attach a new key pair. Then what's going to happen? If you attach a new key pair, what is going to happen for that? That new key pair we can connect to the new instance. That is one of the workaround we have. Okay, can you tell me what we need to do if we lost the key to the existing instance?
We can
If we
create a
lost
new
the
AMI
key, yeah, we need to create a AMI.
and
Then,
create a new KPI for the
yeah, with
new
that, while
instance.
all the data we can get it or not?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can get that all the data. So that is one of the workaround we can have. Okay, even try to come with more solutions also. But from the AMI perspective, what is the use case we can do it is? So what is the use case we can do? We need to create into AMI. Another use case, what I'll show one more use case, try to understand. In the AMIs, we can get the AMIs right. This is our AMI. Try to understand actions, copy AMI. Okay, if I copy this AMI into another region, okay, that means in Mumbai also, as of now, we are in Sydney region. Okay, in Mumbai also, we want the similar kind of instance. Then what we can do? Then what we can do? Automatically, we are going to copy this AMI into another region. Say, suppose as of now, I'm copying this into Mumbai region, right? I'm going to copy this into Mumbai region. Then what is going to happen here? Once I copy this one, this AMI is going to be replicated into Mumbai region also. Then in the Mumbai, if you want a similar instance, I can create from the Mumbai itself. Okay, so that is one of the advantage we can use for. That is advantage we can use for similar kind of missions if we want in the another region. Okay, so this is the solution we can use. Any doubts on this? So we can move to, yeah, so we can move to another region. What is advantage? Okay, I don't want in Sydney now. I want to move to another region. So that is the advantage we can get it from by copying that into another region. Okay, so then here we can copy this into another region. Otherwise, we have one more option is there. Try to understand in the AMI actions itself, edit AMI permissions. What I'm going to do is I can give it as a public also, but I can share with other account also. That means here to the another account ID also, I can share that AMI. My sister company or my third party company also like is expecting my B2B kind of thing. They also want the similar kind of AMI ID. Then what we can do? What we can do for that?
We can share.
Yeah, we can share based on how we can get their account ID is we can get it from the account ID here. So as of now, this is our account ID, but we need to ask their account ID and give the permission here. Then that same ID, they're going to get the permission from. They're going to get the permission from another account also they're going to get. Okay. So in the same way, at the time of VPC, I will explain one more use case. We can use to create the to move the VM from one VPC to another VPC or to move from one VPC to another VPC. Otherwise, one subnet to another subnet also, if you want to change the instances, what is the solution we can give is? What is the solution we can give? AMI is the solution. For all these use case, we are creating AMIs. Okay, but if you replicate to multiple regions, if you copy to others, definitely for the storage, how much space we have 10 GB, 30 GB, definitely they will charge the money for that. For the replication also, if you copy to another region also, for that data transfers also, AWS will charge the money for us. That's the reason, once you practice, I recommend to delete the AMIs also. I recommend to, okay, so maybe disable or deregister those. If the instance is in use, it may not allow also, but I deleted that. Okay, so then we need to delete that instance also. So now here itself we have one more concept is there. People definitely will ask the difference also. Okay, so what is the difference between snapshot versus AMI also? Okay, so what is the difference between snapshot versus AMI also? What is the concept of snapshot? By taking the snapshot, the state of the VM we can preserve. Okay, the state of the VM we can preserve by taking the snapshot. Okay, at yesterday night 11 o'clock I have a snapshot, but we can restore that state. But when we create the VM AMI, that's we can use for creating multiple VMs. Okay, multiple VMs we can create. But if we want to preserve the state, say today night, like we have our 8 o'clock, my application is working. And if I have that 8 o'clock snapshot state, what is the advantage is if something goes wrong, I can revert back to that state. Even through AMI also it can be done. But for multiple missions, if we want, we are creating AMI. Otherwise, we are going to create the snapshots. Otherwise, we are going to create the snapshots. Okay. So by snapshot versus backups also there is a slight difference. The snapshot versus backup also we have the slight difference. That's backups also why we need to take snapshots also why we'll take AMIs why we'll take, and using the image builder even from the scratch also we can create our own images. But what we done today is we already took an AMI, we connected an instance, from that instance we created again an AMI. But instead of doing that, directly also we can create it. Image builder, we have one solution. From that also we can build. Okay. So for snapshot also I'll share one more video that also finish once. And VPC also will start mostly in the next week. Before that, go through all those VPC videos also. Okay, those VPC videos also just go through once.